would have liked. He's got to be careful here. I mean, there's a nice target behind yellow, brown and pink, if he can get the cue ball there. Another glance at the scoreboard, 41 points in front, as I say, 67 remaining. Just concentrate, I would suggest, on getting a good white.
It's not a real problem bringing the reds into play, as long as John rightly says, you get a good white. That's the key thing. You know, if they pot a good ball off the white tight on the cushion, good luck to them. But just make sure you get that right on the top cushion.
Yeah, he's got to play for the baulk cushion here. As I say, it's a good target, yellow, brown and pink. He can't just run off him, because then he'll leave John Higgins an easy safety.
Trump, 47.
We just caught the green, but it's okay. It's okay. He's a little bit fortunate. There was a couple of reds that were onto the right corner, but the green has blocked the path to those. Now John Higgins has just had a look at this red in the middle of the table. Will it go through the gap of those two reds to the right corner? It did. Well, isn't that amazing?
One.
Great pot, though.
Switch the mobile off, please.
Go back to Judd's safety. He shouldn't have been anywhere near the green when playing twice across, but very unlucky, I suppose, really, to leave once you'd got away with it as far as the two easy reds were concerned. Just left a smidgen of a gap. Oh, there's another mobile gone off, I'm afraid, right on the shot.
Make sure it's switched off now, please.
Oh, I'm to leave the auditorium, one of the players, one of the guests, I should say. Probably forgot how to switch his mobile off. It's the button on the top, sir. A lot of concentration into that green. Having been stopped in his tracks, and boy oh boy, the last frame Judd Trump was a certainty. 64-0 in front, lost it. This time, best part of 40 points in front. Will he lose this one as well?
Five.
It's amazing, somebody of John's class misjudged the cannon there. He was not even playing the cannon, he's just playing to hit it thin and get up for the blue. He didn't realise he was kissing the red. Oh, Judd Trump special needed from John Higgins. Well, he was up to the task. Once again, though, lost the cue ball, not perfect.
10.
Well, that was unlucky. He must have got a bad contact, because there's no way he could have missed that red by that much. But he may have been fortunate. I mean, the red just went straight on. John Higgins could not possibly have missed a pot by that distance. But it's safe, and the red that's closest to the right corner, he can't get through to. He'd love to play safe off it if he could, but I don't think that's an option. can't get through to the red in the middle of the table because of the blue. You got a problem here.
Well, at first glance, John, the only thing I can see is play the cross double, get the white in the jaws of the yellow pocket, and that covers the red over the corner with the yellow and blue, but where's the red going that he's doubling?
Yeah, I'm just having a close look again there, from looking from behind the pocket, and if he can snick the red that's closest to the pocket, then I'd rather try and play safe off that. I mean, someone with judge cube power, he may decide to hit one red onto the other possible plant, but there's a danger the second red could come back up to the balk end with the cue ball. You know, just to move the red away from the corner.
Yeah, I don't mind that shot, because he's blessed with a wonderful cue power, but I still fancy that little cross double, John, and get the white in the jaws of the yellow pocket.
The only thing he's got to be careful if he did play that would be the double kiss.
Playing your choice, I think. Screw back and move both reds away. Oh, wow, he nearly got the... Where's the red going?
Where's the red going? Where's it going? Would you believe it?
Well, good news and bad news. Good luck and bad luck. The good luck is he potted the red. The bad luck is not on a colour.
Well, when you get a little bit of luck like that, there's no such thing as bad luck. I think I'd be happy just to be able to lay up behind the yellow, because if that red doesn't go in, John Higgins could have stole the frame. He nearly got the plant. And then all of a sudden, we're thinking, the red's over the pocket, is it? In it goes. And John Higgins now with a big problem. 32 points behind. How do you hit the red and get this safe?
Well, obviously trying to pot it, but also get a good cue ball. He hasn't done. Oh, you're kidding. How's it hit that one? As it happens, though, Jude would rather have hit it than missed it, because the white would have been on the cushion. This is obviously now a chance that Judd will certainly take.
Yes, a red and a blue would do it. Red and a blue would put him 38 points in front with just 35 remaining. He's played it nicely.
Well, warmly appreciated from this packed Crucible audience, and I think, as I've said before in commentary, I think 4-4 is about the fairest result we could have got from the afternoon's play. But
6
against John Higgins, you cannot afford to do that. John Higgins is a master at getting snookers.
Well, that's just so careless, isn't it? And if he pots the red, John Higgins wouldn't have bothered coming back to the table. He's not potted the red, and he's not certain to win the frame now.
And I think he's got the snooker. Now, just consider if that red had gone 2 inches harder and been virtually on top of the brown, how difficult an escape it would be. OK, the one cushion escape's on now. But he knows if he misses it, it could be very costly indeed. JV's just put a line up for me there. That's the easy escape. But, of course, if you miss it, you're likely to leave a free ball. I think, John, at this situation, you just got to make sure, even if you just play the one cushion, and make sure you hit the red.
Absolutely. I mean, he doesn't have to worry about getting the red safe, because John Higgins needs a snooker. Just make certain you hit it. You can't come around off 2 cushions, because the yellow covers half of the red. Good hit. Just having a look there. the balcony is family over there. Oh, it's nail-biting stuff, folks.
John's just deciding whether it's worth just potting the red and potting a large colour rather than keep the red on. It's not easy to keep the red on and get safe here. Just having a quick look at the scoreboard, 38 behind. Had to play for the black or the pink there, and it's not necessary on either.
No, he'd like to have had that again. Couldn't play for the blue because that meant he'd have needed 2 snookers. He's got to pot this black, otherwise it's frame over.
Well, that's the handshake from John Higgins, and a very interesting session of snooker. This young player, Trump, shows he's not going to be frightened of John Higgins. Both players share the opening 8 frames, and it's all square at 4-all.
Oh, it's had everything so far, hasn't it? We've had a centre, we've had an outrageous steal from John Higgins there. Overall, how do you rate it so far, Steve?
Fascinating stuff, all to play for, obviously. Judd Trump let the last 2 frames slip away from him. John Higgins took one of them at the second bite. And that one, he messed it up a bit towards the end, didn't he, John?
Yeah.
Very unusual to see John pot that red there, because sometimes when you're stretching across with the extension on your cue, you can't quite generate the power to get back down for the black. So we were both a little bit surprised he took the red off the table there.
Yeah, significant shots in that frame, you reckon?
Obviously that last red, I mean, coming back to the snooker again, I mean, the one that Judd missed, I mean, Judd's missed the red at the end there, which is very careless. He's potted a screaming blue at the start of it.
Indeed,
I mean, there's so many shots in this frame to pick from, but this one, I mean, you think you're over the line. I've done it a million times, and I'm sure Steve's done it on occasions, that you think you're over the line, and you've won the frame, you don't concentrate, and you go and miss it, and you could give yourself some more grief.
And you know that snooker's Terminator, as you called him the other day. Higgins is on your tail. He never, ever lies down.
No, he doesn't know, but Judd got away with that one. And so I think a fair result 4-all. These are the opening jousts of both players, the first chapter of 4. So I suppose both players can consider this is the starter, the order before the main course.
Indeed.
We really get tucked in.
I just wonder at what point, because you've stayed the course many times between you in this championship, at what point do your previous 2 weeks and your previous matches start to play a factor in this final, John?
Depends on the scoreline. I've had both ends of it. I got thumped by Steve in one of them and had no way out of it, mentally gone and couldn't fight there and didn't have any left in me. And the other time I was in front and playing great, and it was, you know, a totally different kettle of fish. Came here relatively fresh, didn't have a great season the year I won, and came here and had a lot left in the locker. But if you have a hard season and you come here, sometimes it can catch up with you. It just depends on what you like.
What did you feel about that, Steve?
I think the adrenaline got you over the line, regardless of, even though you were very tired. And there's not that much time between, you know, the afternoon session and the evening session, but it does help if you play your frames quickly, as is the modern day way. So you have more time in between to just relax, unwind a fraction, and then build up again for a practice session before you go back out again.
Well, we've had 3 hours of play, effectively, this afternoon, and they've got another 2 to wait before they get back out again. As guys who know the drill here, what's the menu for you over the next couple of hours, would you imagine?
Just try and relax as much as you can. Obviously have something to eat. It's not something you're so hyped on adrenaline. It's not something you can't go back and have a big roast dinner. It's not one of those things. You're picking at your food and getting something that you know is going to hamper you later on.
Steve?
Yeah, I think you know, if you're the type of person that can shut your eyes and relax for 20 minutes, then do that, get away from everybody. But then others like to be around their friends and family and not stop talking for the day. So it's just how you are as an individual.
How did you prefer to do it?
I prefer to go into a quiet room on my own and meditate, a little bit of that, or something along those lines.
Just like he is.